Like at least by the end of the day, but this morning we're off to a pretty mild start ahead of a storm that's already bringing some heavy rain to parts of Nevada. That'll move into Utah later today, but ahead of that we've got fair skies this morning with breeze out of the south keeping it pretty mild. In fact, our temperature is currently hovering just shy of 70 degrees in Salt Lake. It's 69. Same thing in St. George. It's in the 50s in most of the valleys, almost all these readings running above where they were yesterday, which is no big surprise. We still have a southwesterly flow ahead of the storm that's dropped down near the Bay Area. That'll slide through this weekend, leading edge of which is a cold front that'll move into Utah along the Nevada border this afternoon, and then later tonight into tomorrow slide across the state. But ahead of that, we've got the typical warm before the storm. We're forecasting 81 in Salt Lake, still keeping us about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Low 70s in Park City. You'll make it near 80 in a lot of the central valleys, and in St. George, it'll be 87. The problem is that ahead of the storm, it will be breezy across much of the state with some strong gusty winds out of the south and western Utah. So even before the wet weather gets here, that might make travel difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles, and we could also get some areas of blowing dust. Now, the rain starting out this morning, as I mentioned, off to our west. We'll get some showers filling in to northern Utah this afternoon, along with the possibility of some thunderstorms, some of which might be strong east of the Wasatch Front and into eastern Utah. But later tonight into tomorrow, that's when we'll get more widespread, heavier precipitation, mainly over the northern and central part of the state. The farther south you are, the more spotty that precipitation would be. And then by Saturday evening, most of that should be tapering off. And while you could get some showers in the south, the farther south you are, the better it's going to look. It'll stay sunny in St. George, but your temperature will drop into the mid-70s tomorrow. And then with high pressure building, you'll make it back into the mid-80s early next week and hang on to sunshine the whole time. And in Salt Lake City, it's going to drop into the low 50s tomorrow morning and only warm up a couple degrees higher than that. 58 for a high temperature on Saturday. Showers and thunderstorms likely with heavy rain at times. Snow in the mountains with some accumulation above 9,000 feet. By Sunday, we dry out, but behind the storm, we're still going to be hovering near 60 degrees.